Over the years, Goodwood Park Hotel has evolved with the times. But one thing has remained unchanged since the early 1900s. This iconic tower, standing witness to grand celebrations, the trials of war, and its transformation into a world-class hotel. While everyone can witness its grandeur from the outside, few have seen what lies within. The tower is currently above the Rosemary Suite, which Sabine took me through previously. This is the only place you can access the tower. In the last 125 years, only a select few have gone in. Today, Radhakrishnan, the hotel's chief engineer, has granted me special permission to explore what lies within. And the only way to get in is through this hatch.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I was expecting a rope ladder coming down. For some weird reason, I thought a rope was going to fall down. Apparently, it looks very sturdy, so... Okay.
I go first,
Yes, sir.
then you can follow me.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay? Step very slowly. No need to hurry.
We have to be extremely careful as we are climbing into a structure that is over a century old.
So I'm going to try and make my way up there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this with one hand on the smoke, but let's try. Try climbing a ladder in the middle of a room which has probably like 6-meter ceilings while holding an Osmo. This is not the easiest thing to do. You notice how high the ceilings are, but I think from up here you really realize that if you drop, it's not going to be very pleasant. A little bit shaky, huh?
Finally, I'm inside this tower that has been here since 1900.
Oh, look at that. It's amazing. It's a lot bigger. I mean, I know that it's a tower, but it's a lot bigger than what I expected it to be. Somehow, it just feels like there's a really big open space.
Radha explains that throughout the hotel's history, the tower was left vacant.
Inside need to make the empty space to the heat dissipation. Because this building is exposed to the sun, right? So it's more hot here.
So it's not just aesthetic, it's also functional, right?
Yes.
You know, when you look at this hotel today, it's very easy to forget how rich a history the Wood has had. So I think as in having this tower right here, it's just a reminder of what this place has been through all these years. So this tower has pretty much been locked up for years. And the fact that I was able to access it, I think it's definitely one of the beautiful things about discovering hidden places. Going back in time, it's not just a place that's locked away, it's not just a place that's hidden.
My journey to uncover the history of Goodwood Park Hotel began with the German community in the 1900s, who built it as a hub for their social activities. So much has happened to the hotel since then that few people remember or know about Goodwood Park's German heritage. If the Teutonia Club was still around today, what would it be like? I'm joining in the activities of the German Association, a contemporary version of the historic Teutonia Club.
Hey guys,
Hi.
Christina,
Nice
Ruben.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Ruben.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Of
Looks
course,
good.
have a seat.
Thank you.
To me, it's always also a little bit filled with pride to be one of the countries that were there for good times, for parties, for other show looked at it and say, hey, can we join you guys? This is what we're trying now with German Association, even today, to bring across as a community builder, as an enabler, even into today's world with our today's communication and social media and websites and all that we have. But the core, the roots is still very much similar than back then.
There's nothing that beats a physical presence. It's really like physical home away from home.
Exactly. And that is why we offer so many physical interactions, round tables or regular tables, let it be coffee mornings, lunches, gatherings like here today in the East Coast Park.
Ich freue mich total, dass ihr heute alle gekommen seid zu unserem GA Community Event. Es ist schön, euch auch so zahlreich zu sehen, weil wir haben, toi toi toi, das Wetter hält noch, echt gehofft, dass wir uns hier einfach einmal alle zusammentreffen und gegenseitig kennenlernen, die Chance nutzen, gemeinsam die 2 Stunden gemeinsam hier zu verbringen.
So even though the German Association doesn't have a building today like the Teutonic Club did, some things still remain the same. You know, the stories, the interactions, the need for human connection, not a single bit of that has changed.
After the ruins I've explored and the stories I've uncovered, it's clear that these places are more than just brick and mortar. They carry dreams that were built and lost.
It's very emotional, actually. I feel like I'm being transported little bit by bit, little bit.
They reveal struggles endured and moments that shaped our past.
This painting actually changed the destiny of Singapore.
These structures remind us of our beginnings. They're not just places from the past, they are a part of who we are, shaping our identity and inspiring our journey ahead.
Beneath the skyline of modern Singapore lie untold stories.
I feel like I've just stepped back in time.
Walls that whisper secrets. Corridors that echo forgotten footsteps.
You can feel the atmosphere.
He was carrying with him quite a significant amount of explosives.
Uncover tales of resilience.
Those days, the baptism of fire we had to go through.
Ambition.
This painting actually changed the destiny of Singapore.
And transformation.
I feel like I'm being transported little bit by bit, little bit.
Watch Hidden Histories on demand at cna.asia.
The first thing in the morning as Asia wakes up to a new day. Get up to speed with major events shaping lives in the region and other parts of the world.
Putting things in perspective with eye-opening reports and expert analysis as a new era of global politics breeds power struggles and shifting alliances.
We get to the heart of the matter and take stock of the issues you're invested in with on-the-ground reports and wall-to-wall coverage. Viewing it all from a regional lens because we put Asia first.
East Asia, a region steeped in history, now helping to write the future of our world. From the corridors of power to the region's most remote corners, we'll break down the news driving some of the world's largest economies and explain why it matters.
On East Asia Tonight, with me, Oteli Edwards.
From the digital revolution to climate crisis,
Floodwaters are destroying my home.
witness stories on how we're adapting, surviving and thriving in this new era. This May on CNA. Remember this sound? See Singapore's wild journey from dialing up to dialing in to an AI-powered future, where the only thing growing faster than tech is our love for avoiding direct human interaction, the internet and us. Billions made in a single stream. But what's the real cost of going viral? Take a look behind the scenes as Asia's top live streamers battle the pressure to stay #trending in. Secret lives of live streamers. Rising sea levels, polluted coastlines, and cities on the brink. Meet the Asian mayors leading the charge against existential threats to their cities.
They need to do more.
And watch how they inspire each other in The Future Proofers. This May on CMA. This is East Asia Tonight.
Good evening, I'm Lo Hui-Su. Tonight's top stories. South Korea's top court overturns an earlier acquittal for the current frontrunner in presidential polls. Lee Jae-myung accused of violating the election law. US President Donald Trump signaling potential deals on trade with Japan and South Korea. Are China chipping in, saying Washington is reaching out for talks? On a deal with the US on Ukrainian minerals that both Washington and Kiev are touting as a diplomatic win and a first step to ending a more than 3-year conflict. Bank of Japan holding rates steady for a second straight meeting, highlighting extremely high policy uncertainty in the face of US tariffs. On East Asia tonight, South Korea and Japan confront a nuclear arms debate amid growing uncertainty over US defense priorities. South Korea's Supreme Court has overturned an earlier ruling that had cleared presidential frontrunner Lee Jae-myung of election law violation. All this now throws into doubt the opposition leader's eligibility to run in the election on the 3rd of June. Ms. Lee says the top court's decision to overturn his not guilty verdict was completely unexpected. But he told reporters he will do what the South Korean people want, regardless of what his political rivals say.